Search for Uhuru, and I have my brother, my big brother, on with us this afternoon, well, evening in Nigeria. I'm still in Lagos. I'm gonna be here another 2 days. I'll leave Thursday to head back to the States. I have my brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today, and let me start off with this: a little housekeeping. People who have enrolled in Carrot Bars while I've been traveling. I've been in Nigeria since I think like August 7th or 8th, something like that. Sorry for not contacting you yet. I will be reaching out to you when I get back to America on Friday. So you'll be getting a call from me. The tour was great. I mean, yesterday was the last day. We took everybody back to the airport. All went well. I mean, people enjoyed it. We have the next tour coming up in November. So if you're interested in coming, traveling with us to Nigeria in November, please email me. I'm gonna put the email in the chat room. Search for Uhuru at gmail.com. Search for Uhuru at gmail.com. So please shoot me an email. Hold on, let me stop this, turn this off. Come on, come on. Yeah, sorry about that. Search for Uhuru at gmail.com. So make sure you guys email me if you're interested in coming with us in November. We had a great time. I'm gonna do a separate show speaking on the tour, but we had an excellent time. Yeah, it was a great time. So come with us in November. So today's topic is: should black people embrace capitalism? Should black people embrace capitalism? Now, this is the issue I have. People who are anti-capitalism, when they say we should be socialists, and they say we should be anti-capitalism because slavery, for the most part, is the foundation of capitalism. So that's the reason why many are saying that we should be anti-capitalism, but we should replace it with socialism, which I disagree with. And then you have the people who are, yeah, I'm anti-capitalism. I'm a socialist, but you go to work every day. You work in corporate America. You pay your taxes. You participate in the system, but you try to pretend that you're not a capitalist. Fitzgerald, should black people embrace capitalism?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't like to think of it as capitalism, Diane. I like to think of what it's been for since antiquity, free trade.
Okay.
Just been trade, the exchange of goods and services, for a profit. And yeah, you better be doing something as far as that you and I. Do you want to stick with capitalism? Yeah, cool. Either you're going to embrace capitalism or capitalism is going to continue to embrace you.
Can you go into detail about that when you say either
Sure,
embrace
sure.
capitalism
I
or it's
mean,
gonna
we are
yeah.
in a free market the world over. Yeah, nothing happens without the exchange of goods and services. Nothing happens without that being exchanged and profit made. That facilitates trades. That facilitates wealth. All wealth is basically built by the trading of goods and services. Someone deems that someone has something of value, but the other person wants, and they give them something of value to get to acquire that. And that's been going on since the days of the Silk Road. Back in Marco Polo's days and even beyond. That's been going on in antiquity since the ancient Zulus would trade with various tribes, or or the Egyptians would trade with various tribes, or the Native Americans in North America would trade with various tribes for goods and services and things. The rules have somewhat been obscured, but the principle is the same. There's something that Dynas has that I need in order to produce something better, but I have to give Dynas his price for that service in order to acquire it.
Hmm. Guys, make sure you hit that like button as you come into the chat room. Again, if you're just joining, we have Brother Fitzgerald Stevens on with us, and the topic is should black people embrace capitalism? Now, why is this such I guess, amongst some people in the community that capitalism is bad and evil?
Well, because the people who say the capitalism bad and losing are not benefiting from it. What the people who are benefiting from it, they don't think it's bad at all. Capitalism is definitely growing their wealth. is growing their wealth in some cases exponentially.
Hmm.
And so yes, there are some atrocities that happen with capitalism. Yes, there are exploitations that happens with it. Yes, I agree with that. But for the most part, it's here to stay. And not only black people, but other races are greatly profiting from far as from that. And we just truly need to get in the game. When they built when Black Wall Street was built up in
Is a good
Oklahoma.
example.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and the name of those streets, you guys probably heard of this R&B group called the Gap Band. Okay, back in the 80s, when I was a teenager, the Gap Band, they had a couple of great hits. You might know what one of their current members now, Charlie Wilson. Well, he was a member of the Gap Band. The GAP stands for Greenwood, Archer, and Pines. Those were key streets on Black Wall Street that a huge majority of wealth was derived from. Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. They were from Oklahoma, so they was given accolades far as to that organization. Now, because those guys had such embraced capitalism to such an incredible degree, and our history has proven that you leave us the heck alone, and we could thrive just like anybody else. And you're going to come in there, send your terrorist boys and blow up and hang people and stuff like that. No group can survive into things like that. But to get to my point, because they had embraced that and they was doing it so well in the tunes of hospitals, bankings, dry cleaning, small business, they was totally independent from the racial system that they facilitated trade among themselves. Well, you know how they stopped that? They burned it to the ground. And so because that capitalism system existed, they were able to be independent, from slavery. I mean, think about that, and you see that's all over the world. There was a great civilization called Timbuktu. Timbuktu over in Africa was the progenitor of university. It was we often hear about the libraries of Egypt, in Cairo. They didn't have nothing on Timbuktu. Timbuktu had scrolls of basic for everything, and so, but that was taken over. That was taken over by the Romans, the colonial powers. They burnt the city, but they kept the knowledge, and likes to and use it to enhance their civilization. You see the Portuguese when they were coming into Africa, yeah, they was dealing with trades and things, but primarily they was looking for gold and to acquire slaves to help exploit them for the free labor to build their societies. Leopold, King Leopold, that beast of a imitation of a man, when he went and raided the whole Democratic Republic of Congo, from Belgium. What he was after the resources, the rubbers, the diamonds, the palladium, and all those precious metals. Though he wanted those because and they could sell those on the free market, thus to build Europe. France does the same thing with Western Europe. England does the same thing. As a matter of fact, capitalism is so strong with those guys. Without Africa, Europe would just basically descend into a third world power that they seem to think that they're better than. That's a fact, because they don't have the resources, so they got to go somewhere, steal it, and bribe it from other people who have it. So therefore, yes, I do believe in controlling your own wealth and controlling your own resources for your benefit first. As I stated on here, when we talk about carrot bars, my whole dichotomy is about take care of your home first. You got to run your home like a business, and you got to learn how to allocate resources that you can use for your own facilitation of goods and service, where your family is simply not decimated. That was a short version. I hope I didn't get too much in it, but when I tell you that, I believe it. I believe it.
I think there's there's an echo all of a sudden. Hold on. Is it echoing on your end?
No, sir. You sound great.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just unplug this. Plug it back in. Hello. Okay, I think we're good. Now, socialism. Why are people saying socialism should replace capitalism? Like, what are your thoughts on socialism?
So many people are losing in the capitalistic society. So many people are losing. Listen, in capitalism, there's two people. You're either wealthy or you're poor. And God forbid, and God will have mercy on you if you're poor. In other words, you don't have that resource, that you're just crushed. You're crushed economically, you're crushed politically, you're crushed socially, you're disenfranchised. And so many people, the majority of the world's people don't have those resources. There's enough resources on earth to take care of everyone. I fully believe that's the way the creator designed it. But those resources simply, it goes in the hands of a very small few percentage of people. I heard what it was like 15 families rule the world. That's ridiculous. Out of something like over like close to 8 billion people. But so the other people, if you're not in those 15 families in that bloodline group, and your resources constantly getting exploited, constantly getting stolen for your detriment, whether benefit, those people can buy armies, they can buy political clout, and thus keep you in that state of servitude. You're dang right. You might be looking at something like, hey, let's make the tables equal. Let's go ahead and make it. So that's why you see such an outcry, as far as for that type of service. But is it really? Let's look on the other end. If Dynass has built his platform up and built wealth, and if I built wealth and I've worked hard for it, I haven't exploited no one, I haven't taken advantage of anyone like that. I just went and I did it for my sheer grit and hard work, and by the grace of God. Now, is it right for you? Is it right for you to demand that I give you 95% of something you didn't do? So that's why a lot of people fight it. Is it right for me just to go ahead and take all that work and equity and you don't got no skin in the game, and then all of a sudden because you think it's unfair that I got out there and hustled, took advantage of the same advantage that is available to you, especially in this land of North America, that you can't I'm supposed to just give to you? There's a gentleman on the continent of Africa that I really admire. I believe his name is Adoke. Really admire this man. This man is the richest man in Africa. A Nigerian billionaire. He's into cement, he's into rubber, he's in flour, he's into so many commodity things. He built that business from the ground up. Now is it right for someone to say, hey, you need to give me 97% of your wealth? That he went and he spent decades upon decades building that? I don't think so. So that's where the thing comes in. I think people for the most part is like, give me opportunity, make the level feel fair, and make the playing field fair where I can ascend to the same levels you've done, provided I do the work. I mean, that's certainly what I look for.
Let me read a couple super chats. Everyone, thank you so much for the super chats. Terrence Forrest, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson for the super chat. Terrence Forrest Jr., capitalism is perfectly fine. The attention of man causes evil to occur. There have been many instances where capitalism has benefited blacks. And you just gave an example. And then Funny Game says capitalism and socialism are both bad. Only a free market works. But you said capitalism is a free market, though.
I believe it is free market. I mean, it just changed the name for what it was back in antiquity. It used to be trade. I mean, there was a very, very prominent, and I learned about this, as a high school student, called the Silk Road. The Silk Road, I believe it ran up through Persia, through ancient Mongolia, through China. It ran all the way through there, and they would, trade in silk and cotton and precious spices and everything. And and some economies became incredibly wealthy simply because of that. But the real power lied in who controlled the trade route. That's where a lot of wars were going on. With the Byzantine Empire started fighting, the Romans finally started getting into it a couple of centuries ago because they could not stop trade and services. We got all kinds of major routes like that. One's the Panama Canal, down towards South America. Another one in Africa. I don't believe in the Middle East. That's all Africa. But it is the Suez Canal, which a lot of tankers and oil tankers travel through there. So you control those routes, and you can control the wealth of nations. And so, but it's nothing wrong with profiting from that. Even if you don't facilitate trade within other countries, you can do it within your community. I mean, whether someone opens up a clothing store, a banking center and stuff, you need customers. Well, people are coming to you for goods and services in exchange for value. So nothing moves, no wealth is created without that process going on. So no, I mean, now if I'm organized crime, yeah, it's pretty dang bad. If I'm an unscrupulous a politician or an unscrupulous wealthy man, well, I'm going to absolutely crush your inability to do exactly what I'm doing, and and thus exploit you. Yeah, it's pretty dang bad. But a lot of people are doing it right. A lot of people, go out every day, especially small businesses, go out every day, create wealth, create a value, create a good services to get to the populace in order to feed their families and make a good foundation for their children. So I see nothing wrong with that.
Mhm. All right, let me read a couple more super chats. Shout out to Darius Lamb. Darius Lamb says capitalism is inherently unequal. Look at the wealth gap. And then Brother Chima Madhu says money is not the root of all evil. Greed and arrogance are, each of which has a positive and a negative. What are
Well,
your thoughts on that?
let me address the first gentleman, and he's right. There's a whole lot of exploitation in it. There's a whole lot of evil within it. I'm not going to knock that, but and yes, there are some people who have done that. But let's look at the totality. I mean, Dinus, without a capitalistic society, without capitalism, there is no search for Uru. Without capitalism, there is no carrot bars. There is no thing to wait for me to build a fortune far as what I'm trying to do and help other people do the same without that free enterprise system. And I thank God for it. I thank God for being born in this land. I am where they do seem to work on the free market system and the acquisition of goods and services and things. So yeah, but so yeah, there can be evil to anything, yeah, almost any system. But yeah, but on a whole, there can also be a lot of good created. I mean, when I go to Atlanta and I see all the prominent black neighborhoods there, or you go down here in Tampa, you see the same thing, or you go down to Houston, see the same thing, or in Southern California, see the same thing. Well, hey, someone's benefiting. Someone's benefiting from that. So it works. It's work. Not all of us living in slums and getting exploited and things. There are plenty of people of all colors and all creeds, male and female, have their own businesses. They're changing the destinies of their family at home. So is it right for someone to come in there and say, hey, well, I don't believe in capitalism. You got to be a socialist. Well, you got to give me what I didn't earn and stuff like that. I'm going to have a problem with that. I'm going to move to another country who don't have that policy. That's what I'm going to do, because there's no way I'm going to depart for something I worked for so hard and just give it to you because you feel that it's unfair for me to have it. Get out there and figure out how to get it. And I don't make no apologies for saying that statement. But do laws need to be enacted when the exploitation is like it was back in the 20s or even the 60s, and where one group just crushes another, prevent them? Absolutely, I believe that. But I'm trying. I guess what I'm trying to advocate is balance. There's nothing wrong with it with either system. Even socialism, nothing wrong with either system. But you know what? It's wrong when it starts infringing upon my values to make me stop wanting to produce, because there no longer becomes incentive for it to do it anymore.
Now, shout out to everybody who's watching. Please make sure you hit that like button as you come into the chat room. Somebody in the chat room mentioned now, is part of the reason why a lot of us. Well, let me back up for a second. So he mentioned how Black Americans, we have 1.8 million trillion spending power, but nothing really to show of it. Would that be an example of misusing capitalism?
Yeah, shame on us. Shame on us. Shame on any people who have that type and don't have the systems in place and don't have the wherewithal in place to build your own economics first. Shame on us. Nobody putting a gun to my head, telling me I got to go spend my money to any particular place. I choose where I want to spend my money. Well, do you support Black business, Fitzgerald? Absolutely. But more importantly, I support businesses that offer me a quality, good service and product. Just because you're Black, that don't necessarily mean you got my dollar. I support someone, who values me as a customer and things like that. And there are many great Black businesses on there doing a phenomenal job. But I submit to you, a lot of times they're just simply not getting the support. It's not that the ingenuity is not there. They're not getting the support overall on a whole, like other economic groups are continuing to do it. And that's why I see a huge problem. And I see a lack of embracing capitalism embracing the free enterprise system to go out there and create your own wealth as opposed to going out there filling out and asking people for jobs. I see that as one of the main culprits of why the wealth disparity is so great. I truly do. I really do.
Yeah, Robert Stanley says we are just financially ignorant, and me and my friend were talking about that the other day.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna, even though I'm clutching real quick because I hate, listen, I'm a black man. Well, that's obvious, Fitzgerald. And I detest any type of language that black people, we don't do this. So black people, you can't trust that. That's foolishness to me. But with what Mr. Roberts said, if you look at the numbers, in Democrat, I can't dispute what the man is saying as a whole. Even though I hate to say that, you ain't gonna never find me talk about what black women don't do this. What the heck would I even come out of my mouth when my mother and my black grandmother is black, my sister's black? Why am I gonna do that? Black men can't do this. We can't get along. Why am I going to make such a silly statement when Diana Samir and I have been friends for 12 years and I find him to be an honorable man, not just a black man. He's an honorable man. But my brothers are black. So for me to speak languages that tears down my demographic, I'm not going to participate in that. I'm just not. But as the man did point out, numbers don't lie. When we look at the overall group and things like that, an overall group compared to where we are compared with other groups, the data would seem to indicate that we got a problem dealing with each other, and that's sad. Now let's figure out how we can solve it. Let's figure out what grassroots things we can actually solve it. We can bring value and we do value to the marketplace, and we can certainly facilitate trade with each other and be just as dominant any group.
Now you mentioned grassroots as far as solutions. Carrot bars. Is carrot bars one of those grassroots solutions?
I consider it very much a grassroots. I mean, it's under. What do I mean by grassroots? Something's not on the mainstream radar. Something that's making prolific change, but it's sort of like an underground movement, being like a lot of your medias, your big media outlets would not really recognize it as a player, but it is a player. Carrot bars is creating millionaires, has created millionaires, will continue to do so. Carrot bars is increasing the household wealth of not only black families, but many families all over the world who never would have had a chance, to do it without a vehicle such as this. That's fact. And so I'm excited about it. It gives me a chip in the game, and gives Dynance a chip in the game, and it certainly have increased my wealth, just by anticipating. Now I got to get out there and provide the sweat equity. I got to get out. I mean, you get what you work for, but at least I got a vehicle for an opportunity, to change the destiny of my family. And Dynance has a vehicle to change the destiny of his family. We help a lot of other people change the financial destiny of their family. So so I'm all that. Oh, and that would be considered. I would consider that more free enterprise. We just choose to take advantage of that, and the people in 144 countries around the world seem to take advantage of that too. So it seems to be working pretty dang good in that case.
Let me ask you this: can you let's go ahead and go into carrot bars more? What is carrot? Somebody just asked in the chat room, and
I never get tired of talking this. I never get tired of talking and saying what it is, because I know what it's done for me and my family. I know what it's done for countless other families too. Carrot Bars is a company based in Stuttgart, Germany, that was formed in 2011 by a gentleman by the name of Harold Constantine Seitz. Carrot Bars is the largest distributor and producer of small gold increments in the world. And so with the whole concept that gold is money. Gold has been money for the last 5,000 years, and it will continue to be so. So Carrot Bar works on the concept of this. We don't sell anything. We don't buy anything. What we do, we acquire gold and gold-backed cryptocurrency that increases our wealth every time we choose to pay ourselves first. And that which is the number one thing for asset accumulation and wealth accumulation. Pay yourself first. You work for it. You pay you, not the mortgage man, not the the car note, not the bills, not the thing like that. You paid yourself first, but you pay yourself an asset. Now, what is an asset? An asset is something that you acquired that is going to go up in value. It's going to be worth more in the future than what you paid for it. An appreciating item is something that's going to be worth less than what you paid for it. Like that RAV4 truck of mine outside in the garage. Shoot, I lost value in that, man, the second I drove it off the lot, Dynas. So as we accumulate assets, our wealth is going up. But here's the other thing: what we do, we incorporate the efforts of others. We're in 144 countries. As people are building their assets, and you help them build their asset, you are not only earning income far as from your assets, but you're also earning income far as from helping other people acquire assets. And we can do this from 144 countries, all with the convenience of our own home, using a smartphone or a computer, and with no special license, no special certifications, no geographical hindrances, things like that. And that's what we do. I mean, Dynas and I have business partners in Africa. We have them in many other countries. We have them in Switzerland. We have them in London. We have so many. So we have them in Canada. I don't know if Dynas remember that, but you have a group or organization up in Canada. I put it there. So in all over the world, we see this almost crying out with people. Hey, they know something is going on financially. They see that they're working harder and not getting ahead like their parents used to be. That time period thing is gone. We see a shift. We're looking at stock markets. I mean, over here in the States, man, Diana, since you've been over there, man, we probably done lost over 1,000 points over there on the stock market. But guess what? Gold is keep going.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I was reading about that.
But gold still keeps going up. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that you know what? The cost of living is going to get significantly higher. Interest rates, not less they're put a little lower. Spending is going to practically slow down. You're going to see a drop in interest rates pretty soon in this country because we play that game over here. Our economy is built on spending. So we get ready not too far from the Christmas season, so we can't have that. But nevertheless, household wealth is diminishing. Now, you want to talk about? I believe was that Mr. Robert that made that comment. If I got the man's name wrong, forgive me, Mr. Robert. You're absolutely right, man. The wealth of black families in America. I say I was read a thing like yesterday. By 2050, it's predicted to be dang near zero, and it will be dang near zero if we keep participating in this crazy system that has caused it to be dang near zero. Right now, guys, you have got to go out there and create something of your own. You got to become an entrepreneur. You got to become a hustler out there, whether you like it or not just dependent upon your own job or someone write you a paycheck. You got to switch your mind to the frame where you can write your own paycheck. Where you can take advantage of all those tax benefits that corporations take advantage of, and that's what Carrot Bars allows you to do. It's a business in a box. That's a global business in a box. That that the whole thing about it is asset accumulation and wealth generation that you can leave to your family. It's residual that you could sell as a business. And so that's why we're excited about it.
Now, a couple questions. Well, he's doing it again. Couple questions. Somebody just asked in the chat room, can you do this business in the Netherlands? And then also too, if you could speak on the unemployment rate. And also you brought up now if you have a felony, you can still do Carrot Bars.
Now,
I think.
Okay, let me adjust. Let me say something right here. I am not an economist. A lot of those factors I'm getting there is through common sense and statistics that you can get you can get through the U.S. Department of Labor statistics. You can get off of Google. So I look at things. I'm an avid reader. Okay, so I don't want but I don't want to interject it, say like even remotely make you good people think I'm an economist. I'm not. But I do know for sitting around here, going for day to day as a man and going out there trying to basically navigate through this economy. I do know there's a storm out there. I do know that that it takes me more to spend for food than it took me 5 years ago, and it buys less. I do know the wages are continually going down while goods and services are going up. I do know inflation is constantly eating the power of my dollar. I do know that taxes as they increase, that's another detriment to my wealth. I do know that you can't save yourself in a fiat currency. You can't save cash because cash is going to be eroded. Has been eroded. And I do know that you need to get something that causes your assets to rise. Gold, real estate, precious artwork. Now, I used to be one of those guys that, and say like, man, why the heck would someone pay like $20 million for an Andy Warhol painting, or $10 million for a Russian Fabergé egg? Well, it's simple. When they put that money in there, about 5 or 7 years from now, that 20 million is all to become worth 25. But that Fabergé they paid 10 million, so all of a sudden this done come up to 13. What am I saying? It's done went up in value. So we think those are frivolous purchases. No, they're parking their money. They're parking their money in assets, and that's what the wealthy do. That's what the wealthy do. Now I'm a landowner for my father and mother. I know. So we have land, and we have land that's been in our families for generations, and so that land is an asset to me. I could go show up right down now, go up in Southeast Alabama and build me a house on either my father's inheritance or my mother's right now. Okay, so that's a huge asset for me to be able to do that. But and so now with the felon, that's the beautiful thing about this. Carrot bars don't care about your past. Carrot bars don't care about your past. If you're 18 years old and you bring your hustle and your ambition right there, you can register for your free gold account and get to work. Now, Carrot bars is going to want to know who you are. They require you to upload what are called KYC documents, what called knowing your customer. They want to know that Fitzgerald Stephens is a real live human being, that I have a real live address. Why? Because FedEx is going to be delivering me gold should I choose to have it shipped to me. And they want to know that I'm a legitimate person, that I'm not running some crazy scheme or things like that. I mean, they have to protect their rights, but it has no minimums, no maximums to purchase. You have a website that takes care of all your statistics, and you have that all your accounting, you have all your marketing is done for you. The only thing you don't have is the hustle. You have to bring that, but you can earn as much as you want to do. We have people earning 6 figures a month within this thing. We have people earning $1,000 a week. We have people earning a couple of $100 a week. Or we have people earning nothing a week. It all depends on what you're hustling, what you're willing to bring to the table, and what you're willing to work for.
And guys, if you are interested in the opportunity, the link, my referral link is in the chat room. Please click on the link. All right, register, click on the link, register, and then you're going to call Mr. Fitzgerald Stephens. Also, when I get back from Nigeria, I'll be back in the States on Friday. You're going to receive a personal call from me as well. I call people. People are shocked. Is this you? I wasn't expecting a phone call. No, you're on my team. So, I'm going to call you, and I'm not going to call you from a burner phone or a burner number. You're going to have my direct cell phone number. So I will be calling you. Go ahead, for sure.
Excuse me for interrupting. I apologize. Now, sometimes I actually forget, and this was one of those moments. I actually forget we have new people on the channel. Like, what the heck is Fitzgerald and Prince Amir talking about? Carrot bars. I've already gave the introduction far as to it, but let me give it again in case someone just came up in new. Carrot bars is the largest distributor of small gold increments in the world. We do everything from 1 gram, 2.5 grams to 5 grams, even something as small as like 0.1 gram, that you can have sent to you. Now, when you have the gold, that's like a 0.1 gram of gold. That little silver thing you see in there, that's physical gold that I can spend. That's literally physical gold. That's mailed to me. It's not gold plated. It's actually physical gold that's mailed to me that I use in there. Every time I acquire that, it builds my wealth. This right here is a gram of pure gold right in the middle. I can exchange that for goods and services. Okay. And so I'm acquiring that. We also have gold-backed cryptocurrency, and for those of you who are somewhat unfamiliar with the cryptocurrency is the new global money. It's here to stay, and it's right now what Visa used to be 40 years ago. We get paid on our Carrot Bars MasterCard in euros because it's a European company. So you not only now if you don't have to go we're in 144 countries. You don't have to go build an international team like Dynas and I. That's what we choose to do. Why did we choose to do that? Because him and I have been collecting this cryptocurrency since 2018. You know, a lot of that stuff we got for like less than a penny. It's done with up now. You know, so so we're kind of happy with that. But you know, what happens when it goes up $1, $2, $21, $121? We already seen what other cryptocurrency have done on the market right there. But let's just say we want to hold that, which is what we do. I have yet to give away, exchange my gold for any goods and services. Oh, I did do one thing. Out of all the 4.5 years I've been collecting it, Dynas, there was a couple down here in Tampa, Roz and Dave Betterman, who I gave $1 gram of gold to sow into their ministry. And then my youngest brother turned 47 August 9th. And I walked in and I gave him 2 grams of gold, and I took with the thing telling him not to spend it. Overall to that, I've never departed from that. Now, how do I live? By simply creating a team. As I create a team and as I simply open my mouth and introduce this to people, just like Dynas is doing with you, just like I'm doing right now, we can also get paid from the efforts of others. Hey, listen, they're not doing this because they're trying to help me. They're doing this to accumulate assets for them. See, they're not interested in leaving this business to me and my family. They're interested in building something to lead to them and their family. So when you can purchase one of the tax deductible business kits, you know, you can literally start a business, international global business, for as little as 150 euros, or you know, or 3,000 euros, anywhere you want to go. Okay, so literally, and you can have that all over the world. So what do? So you have a left team and a right team, and only 2 teams in Carrot Bars, either left or right. Now, Carrot Bars has something called units. What are units? Anytime that someone buys, acquires a product for themselves, whether it be gold, whether it be the crypto profit package, whether it be the K1 Impulse crypto phone that calls over the blockchain, we're really excited about that. You acquire that, not only do you get cryptocurrency in that, but you also get a phone that you can literally call all over the world, no roaming fees. It can put your phone bill down less than $20 a month. It's SIM card compatible. Mine will be here in October, and I can't wait because that then I can put Sprint out the door where they belong. Okay, so as you accumulate these units, with people purchasing and people buying for themselves, no one's making you do anything. It's a referral based company. No one's making you not network company. No one's getting necessarily rich off of your efforts, but you can be. So when you have 20, you have 2 teams. When you have 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you're going to create what's called a dual team payout. Now, if you're a bronze package, the bronze package is 150 euros one time. A silver package is 750 euros one time. A gold package is 1,700 euros one time. And a VIP, where I am in both my personal and business account, is 3,000 euros. Now, let me tell you the difference. Now, with each package, you get 10% of the person who you introduced this into, and just simply say yes. We have packages to go all the way up to $1 million. There was one of my Carrot Bar, former Carrot Bar, regular Carrot Bar affiliates now, not on my particular team, Dynas, but yesterday, he made 16,000 euros simply because someone decided they want to buy $160,000 profit package. The cryptocurrency was practically worth more, practically about as much as the package was. The package still deductible. The man practically, the increase his wealth immensely just with that one purchase. The guy who bought it, and then the other guy got 16,000 euros simply because he introduced it to him. 10%. You can do that all the way up to $1 million. If someone decides they want to get a $1 million packet, you get 10% in that, 100,000 euros loaded up on your MasterCard that I just show you. That was a pretty good day. Okay, so when you have a business package, I'm going to start from the lowest, 150 with the bronze packet. And you have to have business package that allow you to receive units. Units is money in the Carrot Bars universe. So you get 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side. You're going to generate a dual team payout. If you have that bronze package, every time that happens from somewhere in the world in 144 countries, long those people are in your organization, you just got paid 40 euros on your MasterCard. If you're a silver, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side. Every time that happens somewhere in the world, you just got a dual team payout of 50 euros. Just like that. It's just load up, no questions asked. If you're a gold, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you just got a dual team payout of 60 euros. And if you're a VIP like me in both my personal and business account, you every time 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you just got paid 80 euros, on your MasterCard. I do this full time. My sponsor, Michael Delco, the gentleman who introduced me to this business, it took me probably about maybe 10 minutes to sign up, and he signed me up because he had the credibility with me, and I knew who he was and what he was doing, so I was one of those guys that recognized opportunity. Well, that man replaced a 6-figure mortgage banking income down in the Southeast off a bronze packet. How'd he do it? Well, he simply called 300 people in 1 month. A lot of people said yes to him. That man now has an organization of 65,000 global affiliates. He has a pretty good lifestyle, plus he still is accumulating his assets and everything. And he's not doing anything different that no one on here can't do. And so all of this is an opportunity. As I stated several times before, this may not be for you. If it's not, fantastic. If you got something that you're really working on and you're happy with it and it's meeting your needs of your family, hey, you won't find a bigger cheerleader than me. I'm proud to go for it. But if you're looking to diversify, if you're looking to something that doesn't necessarily depend solely on your efforts, if you're looking for something that does not geographical limited, if you're looking for something that's residual, that you can leave to your family and your estate, if you're looking for something that has like unlimited potential, 7 billion people on earth, we only have 700,000 affiliates globally. If you're looking for something, that you don't have to have special license or you have to go out there and put a whole lot of money down to acquire it, Carrot Bars is going to be for you. Ladies and gentlemen, in this country, if I want to start a McDonald's franchise, before I sell my first French fry, I better have a check for $5 million. I better have what, even if I want to go in a Subway, I better have somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 65,000. You mean to tell me with $3,000 or 150 euros or 750 euros or 1,700 euros that you can pay the difference, that you can have a global international business with unlimited income potential, with unlimited asset accumulation in a product that everyone understands, gold? You mean to tell me that even if you choose not to build a team, you could be a millionaire by choice? That's exactly what I'm telling you. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen to you? You have a whole bunch of gold in your garage and gold-backed cryptocurrency? Is that the worst going to happen to you? But what happens as that gold keeps going up? Don't take
like it's going up now.
It's going up right now. With countries on a trajectory continually to accumulate vast sums of gold reserves. Why are they doing that? Because gold is what props up and causes value for the fiat currency. If that currency is not strong on a world market, their currency is going to be devalued. Their stuff is going to be devalued. It's going to take more of their stuff to buy the same goods and services, thus eroding their wealth. Countries have went to war for gold and goods. It's just that important. So if countries are doing that and they see the need to do that, shouldn't you, as a private citizen of whatever nation you're in, see the need to do that for yourself? Listen, I'm not really that interested in politics. In this country, we have the Democrats, the Republicans, and the others. I lean more so on the others. I don't really partake in either one of them, because both of them have showed themselves to be incompetent to me, and they've been doing it quite for decades. But every year they get out there and they're doing a tax and spend policy, And so if I was to put my hope on either the Democrat or the Republican Party in this nation, or even independent, I'm going to be devastated. I have better figure out how to build the economics of my own household. I had better figure out, and I have figured out that, and that's what I do. So I don't really care, which one really in there, because my wealth is independent of either one of those. It get too funky over here, I simply go take my passport out the garage, and and I go to some other country that's more friendly to me, because I have the wealth to do it, or somewhere better I can operate. So this is what we're talking. There's a lot of people on this stream right now who are very, very much interested in Africa. I'm one of them, very, very much interested. And a lot of us want to actually move over there. Okay, let me ask you something. What are you going to do for money? Keep in mind, you'll be a foreigner. Even the fact that you have black skin, you'll still be a foreigner in someone else's land. You still gotta learn the rules. You still gotta learn learn how to facilitate business in there. My father taught me a very important lesson. I'm going to teach you guys: never leave home without money. Never leave home without money. When I go over there in Africa, when I go over there, whether Côte d'Ivoire or wherever I choose to land over there, I'm not worried about looking for someone a job. I have enough assets. I have enough euros coming in every week, every month to sustain me anything I want to do. Plus, I'm going to get the exchange rate because I'm dealing in euros and I'm going to be dealing in their currency and stuff like that. So I'm going to be making hand over fist. But I certainly ain't going to be over there asking someone, can I please have a job? I'm just not going to do that. Not in my mid-50s. That's just not going to happen. So I'm going to take my assets with me. So I can make just as much money over there as I can over here in Tampa, Florida, or as I can in Zimbabwe, as I can in Italy, as I can in Tanzania, as I can in Nigeria, as I can in South Africa, as I can in Madagascar. You get the point? So so once I have that, and once you have that, it puts you in a much greater degree of control of your own life and destiny. So that's why I do Carrot Bar. That's why I like it. That's why, it's unlike any animal I've ever seen before. Ladies and gentlemen, Dynas and I have done the school route. We got the good jobs. I'm a University of Alabama grad. He's a University of Georgia grad. We all make mistakes.
Hey, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, well, I'm hopefully you'll forgive yourself for the one you made by picking Georgia. but my point of the matter is working hard, keeping your nose down, hoping you won't get fired is not a recipe for wealth. The recipe for wealth is you got to create something that you own. Power is in ownership. So Dynas has his link up there. Now, what does it take? You simply click on his link up there, Dynas Amir, and you're gonna come to that's gonna be how you register. It takes about 7 minutes. Hopefully some of you guys are registered already right now. And then you click affiliate. Here's a customer and affiliate. Affiliates get more benefits than a customer, and they're both free. So I recommend you click affiliate. Then after you do that, you're going to receive an email from Carrot Bar saying welcome. You click on that email to verify your account. Then you log on to carrotbars.com, KARATBARS.com. You put in your username and password, and you download the terms and conditions. After you do that, you give me a call, Fitzgerald Stephens, 1-716-573-6296, or my email.
Repeat your number again.
It was 1-716-573-6296. Now it's going to ring to this. This is my personal cell number, not a Google Voice, not something, not if it's my personal cell number that I just gave you guys. And believe me, I will answer. If I don't answer, I'll simply talking to someone else. Sleeping, or the work. More likely, I'm working with someone else. But I will get back to you when you leave a voicemail, or you can send me an email, my first and last name @gmail.com. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this $1 million business that you got in your hands. I'm going to show you how to maneuver, what to do, how to do it, how to be successful as you want to. Then after that, I'm going to plug you into a system called Wealth Builders that was created by Ty and Valerie Best. And it's going to train you in your organization on how to be successful with it. So we have a system for everything. But that's my goal, as I've done to dozens and dozens and dozens of other people who have been a result of Prince Amir's show. And and I promise to do the same thing to you. For those who say I don't know how to talk to people, I'm not good with talking to people. Well, I'm not neither. I just wanted to stay in a warm home. I just want to have food to eat. So I knew I had to get out there and create something. And I knew I'm going unfortunately up in age, not down. So there's going to come a time where, not that I probably can't work. I just don't simply want to do the type of work that I've been doing. And so for those who think you got to build a team, no, you don't. You can become a millionaire by choice, as our senior founder Ty Best says, just simply by collecting the gold and the gold-backed cryptocurrency. But if you want to build a global team like Dynas and I, I'll be more than happy to lend my hand. If you just want to accumulate the assets, I'll be more than happy to lend the counsel that I've acquired for 4.5 years doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, I've introduced this thing, and 120 people said yes to me. And as of right now, I'm just a stone throw away from having 4,300 affiliates on my team. That it's just growing like crazy. And Dynas has seen incredible growth, and he's witnessed income growth simply as a result of him just opening his mouth and introduced us to it. That's helping him. He's actually has this business that he can lead to his 5-year-old son. Already have a future. As far as what his dad has did just a couple of years ago to be able to lead to him, and his son will take over his enterprises. So it's something definitely to consider. I thank you guys for listening to me. I certainly appreciate it, and I will make myself available to you.
So guys, one more time, make sure you click on the link. It's going to be in the description. It's also in the chat room. So click on the link, register, and then make sure you call Fitzgerald, and you'll also get a personal phone call from me. Shout out to Queen T. Queen T said, if you could please explain how the left side and the right side operates.
I know exactly who Queen T is. I'm not going to say her name, nor going to say her location, but this smile is for you, Lady Queen. The left side and right side, left team. It's all about the movement of gold and gold-backed cryptocurrencies, and it's all about movement. You don't necessarily make money because you have a large team. You make money because the team that you have are moving gold through it. So that's your distribution channel. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, you have a left team and you have a right team. Okay. Now, so as people on your left team start accumulating units, all the people on your left team start accumulating units, and all the people on your right team start accumulating units. Anytime, based on the package that you have, that you accumulate 20 to 25 units on one side, whether left or right, or 50 units on another side, whether left or right, you're going to get a payout based on your package. Now, take me for example. Every time that happens, I get paid 80 euros like clockwork right on my MasterCard. It's a beautiful thing, in euros. Now, if you're gold, you're going to get paid 60 euros. Okay. If you're a silver, you're going to get paid 50 euros. And if you're a bronze, you're going to get paid 40 euros. How many dual team payouts can you get a week? Can you handle 180,000? But that set you straight. Plus you get a whole bunch of other bonuses too, eligibility bonus. Like for example, started with myself as a VIP, which is definitely the one you want to be in because it's so much lucrative. VIP that let's just say the way it works like this. I was the person who sponsored Dynas's sponsor. Okay, she sponsored Dynas, so Dynas would be considered my second level. Dynas sponsored Queen T. She's my third level. Queen T sponsored one of her relatives I talked today. That's the fourth level. Relative sponsor someone. That's the fifth level. That relative sponsor one the sixth level. That relative sponsor someone the seventh level. 7 levels down. Okay, just 7 levels down, and I didn't even have to do that because but now let's say Dynas would get the bonus, your 10% bonus because he sponsored Queen T. But because I'm a VIP, I go 7 levels down. I get 5% just 5% of that package just because I'm positioned to do it. If you're a bronze, you get 2 levels down. If you're a silver, you get 3 levels down. If you're a gold, you get 5 levels down. Those are called eligibility bonus. And if you're a silver and you're VIP like me, you get 7 levels down. Man, sometimes the bonuses that come from that alone will blow your mind. Okay, and that doesn't, and they don't even take away from my units, Dynas. If I just get those bonuses just because, and you can too. Once again, Carrot Bars is a money system, as my sponsor Michael Delco would say. It's a money system. It's not based on anything but duplication and your hard work. Remember, people are not building this for you. They're building it for them and their family. They don't need to know you. They're not concerned about generating wealth for you. They're concerned about generating wealth for their household. And that's what they do. You decide you decide you want to leave it alone. Fine, you leave it alone, and your team can be bigger when you come back than when you left. Because people ain't gonna stop. People ain't gonna start acquiring gold and gold backed cryptocurrency. Just because you're not. I mean, they're not going to start doing that. But because they just happen to be in your network and things like that. It's going to still keep growing, growing, and growing, and growing, and growing. Diane, I was talking to Queen T's sister today, and and I was pointing out some with like the left side and the right side, and on the left side, on the right side, there's a gentleman in there, or a lady, I don't know the sex, but but they have 3,874 affiliates on their team. They have 38,000 units. They have sponsored zero. They have been in the zero people they have sponsored, zero. But yet they have a team of 3,874. That's who anchors my my right side. I don't know them. I don't hear from them. But here's the difference, Mr. Mir. They were smart enough to get a business packet. So they got all this money and units waiting on. All they got to do is build their left side, 25 units on one side. They're going to get payouts, 40 euros payouts every single time that happens, like clockwork. Every single time that happens, that can equate into thousands. And not putting your business out there. You seen how that works with you. I mean, before you came in, you was involved in this thing 3.5 years, and I was building that team for all those years. And you really decided, within the last 90 days that you're gonna say, okay, Fitzgerald, let's go ahead and put this together. And all those units you had was waiting for you. And now you're starting to get 25 on the other side. You're getting those payouts, and it feels pretty darn good.
Real quick, Chima Madu has a question. I have a question for Mr. Stephens. Do I have to get the Carrot Bars business packages, or can I profit from just the Carrot Go crypto packages? Chima, do you already have a business package?
Chima already has a business package. Already, I helped him with myself. Well, I know he has one. Good question. Well, with buying the business package, they're going to come with bonus. If you buy the business package, let's say you buy the crypto package, and here's why I love this. I've been buying these crap packages probably since about early this year when they first came out. They didn't have them when we first came out. They had the hard physical packages somewhere along the line like this. We would get stuff sent to us like this. This is a VIP package, so we would get these things mailed to us. Physical gold came in them and everything like that. The VIP is going to be that side, and then like the bronze and the silver and the gold packages be about this side. Okay, now we didn't have the profit package, we didn't have the crypto package when I was in. But what makes me so excited about the crypto package is this: you can acquire these, and sometimes the cryptocurrency that you get in the package is worth more than what you pay for the package. I've done that with several people. Dynas has done that with several people in his group. And so that cryptocurrency is currently selling for 14 cents now. Like just to use for an example, I know with the bronze package, you're going to get well over like 1,000 something KCB coins right there. You do that times 14 cents what it's worth. You're going to find out that you made more money by spending the money for the package than what it's actually worth. We do this all the time. So it's creating wealth as far as for people. That's why I'm so jacked up about that. Now with the crypto package, the profit package, you won't receive a physical package that you did. But on the other site, with Carrot Bars, you can actually order one of these packages and receive the crypto package too. So you can have something hard in your hand, and you can have the crypto package that will be eventually loaded up into your e-wallet. So once you get that package, that's a one-time cost, and that is tax deductible. And now you can enjoy all the tax benefits of a traditional business, traditional home-based business, and all the perks thereof with that. So I can write off portion of this internet. I can write off this white shirt that I'm wearing, the dry clean and everything on it. I can write off the haircut that I need to go get. I can write off mileage in my car simply because I have a home-based business. And that's the power of it.
And then real quick, Let me go to it. Fearless Oju Oju. Um, who do we call to sell Carabar's offer? Can you give people an idea of, well, you register. I'll keep putting the link is in the chat room. It'll also be in the description.
Thank you.
Call Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, what's your cell phone number again?
1-716 573 6296.
Okay.
Email Fitzgerald Stephens, my first and last name that you guys are looking at right there on the screen at gmail.com.
Yeah, and then you will be hearing from me this weekend because I'm still in Lagos. I'm still in Nigeria. But sign up, give Fitzgerald a call immediately, and then he'll help you formulate a game plan.
Let me go ahead and say one thing, and this is directly to you, Miss Queen T. You know I know who you are, and you know who I is. This Queen T took action. Professional, she took action. She signed up. She registered her free gold account, but because once again, what do you got to lose? It's free to join. And when I say free, I mean FREE, free to join. She took advantage of that during one of our earlier shows. She finally decided to reach out to me. The lady called me and already has something like 123 people in her organization, and she didn't even know it. It has since grown since then, all because she took action. She went ahead and registered her account, called me later. And I'm going to tell you guys the same thing. Figure it out later. Register your account, call me and figure it out, but get yourself in position. My sponsor, for some strange reason, although we have been knowing each other 20-something, going on 22 years, he got it in his head that I was going to say no to him. He was literally afraid to call me. I was sitting over there looking for something like this. I couldn't believe what he told me that, because I thought the relationship we had, I'm like, why would you be afraid to talk to me? Well, he called me a couple of months later, just a couple of months. Okay. Had that man would have called me, and I would have been one of the first 10 people he called, instead of 4,000, about almost 4,300 affiliates, I would have had close to 50,000 affiliates. That's how fast time is moving with this thing. Just because he delayed a call. You don't know, that man right there, Michael Delco, that one man put 65,000 affiliates in his sponsor's team. You never know who you're talking to. Woe be unto you. You don't say anything to them, and they run into a cat like me and Dynas, in a train station, in a restaurant, woe be unto you, because that we're bringing them in. But what I'm just trying to see, guys, get the urgency to do this. If not, what are you going to do? You might be one of those people that straight. We have millionaires in this thing. We have people who are 100-aires, people who are $10-aires. It don't make a difference, but nevertheless, they're looking because money recognizes money. And people know that, like, hey, I got to have multiple streams of income. You got to have that. And so this is what this carrot bar opportunity allow you to create. Once again, it's not for everyone. If it's not for you and you got something great, hey, my thing to you, keep doing it. And that's taking care of you and your family the way you want to keep doing it. But ask yourself, does that business stop what you do? Is it location friendly? Can you do it in 144 countries? Can you run it?
Let me go ahead and testify. As I've been in Nigeria, I've been making money.
Yeah, I've been making sure of it. Yeah, that's a heck of a statement. It's a heck of a statement when you get like a Facebook request, a Facebook notification, and someone came in your organization, and Dynas is know that he trusts me with his organization, so he don't care. He just go ahead and looks at the euros, and I get a thank you. The same thing. And stuff like that. See, because the reason why do I help train your people, Dynas? Because I've been in it longer than you. I've been doing this thing. You're running this show right here, but your work is actually just as important, if not more important, than my work with you. Because without you talking to people and without you introducing this to your stream, I don't have nothing to do. I'm basically unemployed. So I'm certainly going to get in there and show my appreciation by helping make you money and help your audience make money, because you trusted me with them. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to do for each and every one of you guys who are serious. Now, if you're calling about questions, there'll be some questions I don't have the answer to, but I know how to get in touch with people who do. There are some things maybe you're going to say, have legitimate questions, or maybe you're going to hear all kinds of things that, not untrue. Check us out. Do your due diligence. But let me tell you why you're doing your due diligence. 2011, company's debt free. Based in Stuttgart, Germany, next to the Mercedes-Benz Corporation, world headquarters. KCB and the KCB are on major exchanges, including Coinbase. You can look it up, see where the growth projector in. 144 countries have signed off and said yes to us, who take us through the checks and balances. 144 countries. We would have screwed up with somebody, but we haven't. MasterCard is what pays our euros. MasterCard, whose whole business model is to vet the credibility of companies, they pay our euros. FedEx delivers the gold to your house. We are FedEx's largest customers. They have an office right in our Stuttgart headquarters. Okay, 700,000 affiliates in this thing already. It works, So that choice is up to you. I know I've taken up enough of you people, good people's time. I certainly appreciate it. It is a pleasure and always a humbling experience to come before people who think enough to listen to you. So hopefully I have said something worthy of listening to. But make no doubt about it, Dynas and I are serious about helping you and your family build your household wealth, and we will do just that. Thank you, Prince Amir.
Oh, no problem. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you go to, well, first of all, make sure you enroll. So click on the referral link that I put into the chat room. That's also in the, will be in the description as well. Click on that, enroll, sign up. Make sure you give Fitzgerald a call. Fitzgerald is going to guide you through everything and help you out. And then you'll also be hearing from me personally come this weekend, because I'm still in Lagos, but I come back Friday. So I'm going to be catching up on everything on Friday. So again, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you go to search for Huru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe. Share the video. Until next time, family. Peace.
Thank you.